let's have a look at the 2017 Caribbean Studies paper 1. Which of the following countries is located outside the Caribbean Sea? This would be Barbados. Which of the following indigenous groups did not settle in the pre-Columbian Caribbean? This would be the Incas. Alright. Julia migrate. This would be remittance. Which of the following terms best describes the near extreme genocide? Which of the following aspects of Caribbean culture is least threatened by cultural erasure driving habits? Alright, the term crew, it has been used to refer to all of these persons or all of these sections. Garveyism is a type of cultural renewal. Which of the following theories is closely associated with creolization? This with Edward Camus Brathwaite. Alright, so looking at this, the tectonic plate labeled X and Y are, so we know that X, we know that Y would be the Nazca plate, right? And I think Y would be the Nazca plate margin, right? So if we look at it like that, right, if we look at the Caribbean plate like that, the Nazca plate margin should be right there, right? And then the Cocos plate will be over there. So we have this, right? How do I know that that is that? Because within South America, on the South American coast down here, there's a Nazca desert. Therefore, it just makes sense that the Nazca is in South America and Cocos out there, right? So we have that there. 10. Which of the following definitions is would best describe the El Nino weather phenomenon, right? So what is El Nino? Right, so speaking about the war, it's usually right, El Nino, remember, is Spanish for Christ child technically, right? And it's speaking about the warming of the ocean surface, right? It's speaking about the warming of the ocean surface generally. So it's a climatic condition which has potential to cause calming of the oceans. Right, it's usually in the Pacific, but it can pass through the Caribbean as well, right? So warm water will build up along the equator in the eastern Pacific, and then it will cause tropical depressions and different types of warm atmospheric conditions to develop into rainstorms, right? If we can remember that. 11. Which of the following family types was introduced by the East Indians? So we know it can either be extended or joint, right? Caribbean families in which the mother is a center, matrifocal. Mr. Polygon, I don't even want to hear it. Terracing would be the better answer for that, right? So which of the following sports was used as the white planter class to demonstrate moral and racial superiority over the blacks? This would be cricket. The Rastafari movement, right, gained worldwide recognition mainly through reggae music. Which of the following is considered an element of good governance, the rule of law? Which of the following types of development seeks to protect future generations' sustainable development? Which of the following factors is most likely to hinder development? This would be class stratification. What type of development? When we just talk about development, I think we speak about things like economic development is the thing that we normally look at first when we just said development. So I think class stratification will affect economic development. Alright, because class stratification allows for through economic development, through class stratification, right, different classes are going to get different distribution of money, affecting the Gini index and the GDP and the affecting the Gini index, right? And if wealth distribution throughout the population is low, that means that will affect human development as well, right? So you could speak about stuff like that. It's not paper too, but yeah. Type 19. Which of the following actions is likely to result in gender inequality, right? So we're seeing 1 and 3. When individuals have low-income families, when individuals from low-income families are able to change their social status through effort and industry, they are said to enjoy social mobility. What does the following equation represent? This would be per capita GDP per capita, which of the following indicators of development is generated from information derived from an inequity survey. This would be Human Development Index. Which of the following organization aims to regulate trade among Caribbean countries? All right. Could you guys, if this has been helpful so far, could you just give the video a like so this can reach multiple persons, right? Way more Caribbean to these persons that may assist them for the exam, right? That would be wonderful. 24, which of the following represents the correct order of the movement towards Caribbean regional integration? So we're gonna have federation, then CARIFTA, then CARICOM, right? 25. The members of the OECS share more achievements among themselves than with CARICOM partners. Right? Which of the following is not a common achievement of the OECS? This would be government. They do have the Eastern Caribbean Law, Eastern Caribbean Court of Justice, and the Central Bank there. Which of the following is a challenge of CSME? High level political commitment. Right? Which of the following individuals is associated with negative movement? This would be Leopold Senghor. 28. Early 19th century writings from an indigenous perspective search reject the notion by Europeans that early inhabitants did not have a history. Right? 29. Mass media of the Caribbean. We saw this as well. This is repeating 1 and 2. Can be 1 and 2, right? So which aspects of the Caribbean mass media that will be promoting cultural imperialism, right? 30. In its manifesto, a political party promised to improve the citizens' welfare and ensure equal access. Equal access, this is social justice, right? So we have that there. Reliability in research refers to making accurate references based on research findings, or getting similar results after repeating trials. Reliability speaks to something like that, This is probably A, right? But guys, please tell me in the chat, in the comment section, what do you think is the better answer or the best answer here, and why? Right? Let's look at this. 32. The research process is systematic because it is structured so it can be replicated. Researchers interested in the consistency of their research must be speaking about reliability. And I think it's because of this question. Consistency would probably speak to the fact that similar results are gotten or well gotten or received by repeating the trial. So I think that would be the best one. A hypothesis. Hold on. A hypothesis may be described as a prediction of an outcome, right? Because you're guessing what's happening, right? Intelligently. Which of the following actions would help to ensure that research is conducted in line with the highest ethical standards? Use of consent-informed disclosing potential risks and observing the principles of confidentiality. Which of the following actions is not involved in identifying a research problem, right? Interpreting data, right? The following statement was written in the report. Teenagers who bleach their skin have low self-esteem. What aspect of this research project is likely to be, right? This is probably to be the hypothesis, right? It's not a question, it's a statement. Which of the following... No, it's not even a problem statement. They're hypothesizing, right? Which of the following features is not useful when evaluating websites, right? Currency, length, authority, currency. A researcher wants to conduct a qualitative study on traditional dances, right? So it's qualitative. She's not going to be using statistics. It's oral historians and video footage 1 and 3. 40. In collecting data for her research project, Michelle organizes a discussion for selected students from her school to get their opinions. The data, right, is probably focus group. Which of the following resources is likely to provide the primary data for a research project in the digital documentary? Which of the following methods is not used in probability sampling? Right, so I think this would be snowball. 43. Which of the following formats is most suitable for presenting the findings from an investigation which uses focus group discussion? This would be text. Which of the following is typically part of the conclusion of research reports? List of appendices, no. Summary of sources, no. Outline of the limitations, no. So reference to the hypothesis. Because if you're going to be concluded, right, for example, what they said a while ago, that teenagers who breach their skin have low self-esteem, you're going to mention that, you're going to reference your hypothesis, because what you're doing now is you're answering the research problem and bringing to light whether or not your hypothesis was close to truth or farthest from the truth. Right? 45. Item 45 refers to the following table showing the behavior patterns of 6 students during a Caribbean Studies class where a 1-hour lecture was given. Alright. Paying attention. Alright, okay. So based on the data, which of the following recommendations would be suitable for the researcher to give to the teacher? Alright, so all of them were paying attention at 8:20. Some of them started to lose. I think, okay, after a while they started to lose a bit of interest, right? So in order to gain these persons' interest, I would suggest that you use a variety of teaching strategies, right? Probably the class is really short, so I don't think shortening the duration of the class would make sense, right? Because the Caribbean Studies class, right? Conduct further research, right? So we could find out why are they walking into the class and stuff like that, and what you can do to gain their attention a little bit more and keep them engaged in class. So I would say 1 and 2 only. Shortening the duration of the class may help as well. I don't think it would help, because completing the assignment takes around 30 minutes to complete the assignment. Oh, so you could shorten the duration of the class by a little bit, right? But I guess some persons may have either B or C, so tell me what you think about this in the comments, right? So that is the end of Caribbean Studies 2017 paper 1, right? Okay, that is that. Thanks for watching.